Namaste. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. I bring greetings to you again from the Buddhist Black Boy at Birmingham. I briefly want to talk about Buddhism's wild, maybe young and crazy younger sister called Taoism, spelled Taoism. Root word the Tao, which means the way. Again, very similar to Buddhism being a Far Eastern relationship or religious construct, religious thought pattern that is non-dietetic. But this is even more open because the way is, guess what? The universe, the cosmos, the natural free-flowing event of circumstances without any prediction of cause or effects. It is timely though, and I would be remiss if I did not mention how important Taoism has been in my spiritual awakening, primarily focusing on Buddhism. And I have often used Taoism as a crutch to handle those less esoteric aspects of Buddhism, which Buddhism does not directly address. So, this brief talk will focus on Taoism. Again, another Far Eastern religion, or, as I said before, religious or mental construct. Basically, the free-flowing aspects of life, uncontrollable by humans, but totally observable through our circumstances, events that affect our lives. The most prevalent text of Taoism is called the Tao Te Ching, written by one of the two predominant authors, Lao Tzu, Laotzu. And in it, he describes quite formative and important aspects of life that one should abide by. And the most important thing, as I mentioned before, is going and living life by the Tao, or the way. The way of the universe, the way of the cosmos. Now, you may be familiar with actually Taoism through this universal symbol, the yin, the yang symbol. The yin, of course, is the dominant female energy that is subtle, flexible, malleable, permeable. And the yang aspect is the male, lesser male aspect, which is rigid, strict, discipline, structure. And in a battle of the female and male energies, and Taoism constructs, the female energy overcomes the male energy. I know this may seem abstract again. I'm just giving you a preface to the sister religion, and equally important religion, one of the four main religions of Far East religions, including Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, Hinduism, which is more Indian. One of the passages I was reading today in the main text, the Tao Te Ching, talked about the master. And the master in respect to his or her desires and the manifestation of those desires. So I thought it would be a timely intervention, introspective analysis of this desire versus non-desire and the ultimate earthly manifestations of those desires. In the text, it talks about the master who has desires and not seeing their manifestations. In actuality, it talks about the master who has surpassed and is quite adept at the religion not having desires, actually. And not having desires, one naturally allows things to occur that are a benefit to the master, and one naturally absconds or averts those things that are not beneficial to the master. Now, for the servant, us common people, we think the opposite. We have desires. We want to see the manifestation of those desires. Whereas, according to Taoism construct, the master has no desires. And just that things naturally flow along the surface and depths of life. This is also in line with the Buddhist constructs of non-self, which I'll delve into later, maybe in another episode. But for now, I just want to emphasize, we all have wants. We all have desires and things we want. Nothing's wrong with that. But sometimes it's best to not have desires and just let things naturally occur without putting too much energy, effort, strife, adhesion into those things. And as what always occurs, those things which are meant for us will naturally arise. And if we're patient enough, those things that are not meant for us will slowly settle and go away. So in essence, this is a short circuit way of staying away from those things that are not in our best interest. And those things that are in our best interest, not craving or desiring them. Again, according to the Taoist, the Tao Te Ching book, literature, the master has no desires. The master lives in complete bliss of the present moment, comfortable with where he or she is, and comfortable that everything that they desire or do not desire will happen in accordance, not based on desire, but based on the Tao, or the way, or the cosmos of the universe. So relax. I know we have many things we want, many things we crave, many things we need, we feel we need, have to have, be it person, job, money, possessions, things. Oftentimes our lives are focused on material things or relationships, which both of ultimately, while maybe appearing attainable, are not truly attainable or cannot manifest in the properly way unless we sit back and relax them, allow them to naturally occur or not occur. And again, if they occur naturally without too much foresight and too much thought and too much effort, then graciously life opens up and we can accept them. And those things that aren't meant for us, if we're patient, we can sit back and allow and see those things that are bad for us and see them slowly dissipate and go away. And you really can't do this without a stable mind, which I hope to build up through a Buddhist construct of mindfulness meditation. Namaste.